My recollection off the top of my head is I feel like these sets usually go Shine's way. So we're gonna have to see if that is also the way today goes, or maybe I just have a crappy memory, right? I have ADHD. Maybe I just don't remember things about stuff sometimes. But who needs previous data? We can. The thing about science is sometimes you redo experiments just to revalidate your findings. So let's see how this one goes today. As Shine is off to a strong start off rip, about 45% life lead. Has Callisto down back in the corner. Damn, Callisto hit one button, got counter hit for it, and
They
is
like
yeah.
I was gonna say Callisto literally like did a kick for a store and got the furthest possible range punished for that. It was like ridiculous. But I mean, this is the type of stuff we expect from Shine. Efficiency.
Yeah, I mean, definitely efficient like a wildlife predator right now. No energy being wasted. If Callisto is just holding some down back, so is Shine. I'm not gonna hit a button and give you the opportunity to get anything out of it. Man does not miss. Shining a light on Callisto's defensive tendencies and getting the throw to close out that first round here. And with this being top 8, and I don't imagine we updated the lobby, but CasaBunch does run 3 out of 5 for top 8.
We updated that lobby too. Don't worry about it. Shine had
Oh,
my back
damn,
once
there we
again.
go.
Yo, he is on fire right now. He is paying attention. You can't get anything past him. He didn't break that throw, but that's okay. He got the next one. All right, that was a little wild. He's random.
Bunch is trying to turn this into a mosh, but just so he can pop off for his boy. Anyway, that back strong anti-air that Shine almost never misses.
That
But Callisto
interruption was
ready to
actually
check
crazy
that.
from Callisto. Like what?
Yeah, that
Oh,
was kind of insane. Sending up the V-trigger, though. Same side.
I got hit. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
Doesn't gonna have
absolutely.
enough for stun. Like gonna be get the cancel out of that good back throw coming out from Callisto. The V break. What?
Love that. Regular kunai release in the air to stall out
Mm.
Callisto, but we overcommit to the target combo. Shine believed a little bit too much. One round apiece.
Callisto able to get a round off right there. So Shine gonna be a little bit on the defensive. Good back throw. Gonna have to hold all the EX and is able to interrupt right there just so there's no block stream pressure. The jump in from Callisto. We're gonna maximize all that damage. All these buttons in the corner, but button to V trigger, the Shine special into the dash, gets you in the corner, and knew that wake up buttons were a possibility and gets the defense going. Dead Eye Artist trying to get something going with V trigger. Here we go.
All right, reversal comes out from Shine to slow that one down. And Shine is on the back foot here, but fully loaded with kunai, has some EX bar, so we are going to get the chance to generate a couple of extra turns for ourselves. But no, the kunai explosion does not connect there. 3 kunai left. The V-Skill 2 store from Callisto, who uses the chance to control a little bit of space, but gets clipped as they go too far past the fireball, and it costs them the round. Shine manages to stabilize and close out game 1.
That was a little bit weird offense from Sean. I've never I don't see that from him often. Usually I just see either a resource being used or just, a combo being efficiently done. But like right there, he was just kind of with the delayed buttons right there, knowing that, we just got to put some type of pressure on him. And speaking of pressure, into the corner we go with the stun. And now we got a guess for game situation. And yes, wake up buttons, forcing Shine to block right there, but goes for the target combo once again, and checking the dashes. V trigger activation into back throw. Trying to go for the delayed buttons right here, but Shine answering with one of his own. Callisto down 1 round in this game 2.
Yeah, but that is the same start that we saw in the game 1, and Callisto was able to make a capitalization and swing that back around. But I think the thing that I am struggling with in watching Callisto play right now is I think Callisto is making these really high variance plays, high risk, high reward, and it's not working out too great for them now as Shine gets more comfortable with it and sort of tightens up his own gameplay as we close out that game 2 candidly. But yeah, like it's all about these. It's not like counter poke short or, wake up, delay tech or things like that. It's things like standing fierce defensively in some of these shimmies or, dealing with a shimmy with a low forward. It's these bigger choices that have a little bit more risk for being counter poked. And Shine is rightfully tightening up their gameplay to expose that tendency.
Callisto, a little bit of cleaning up to do, down 2-0. And once again, Shine with these little 1-frame links right here into the stun again. And I don't know, channeling the inner bunch right here. He said, "Don't worry, I got these. Check this out." And
Damn. And look at that.
rightfully,
Just keeping it tight. A regular meaty, and Callisto got smoked doing something on his wake up. Callisto is making these really sort of wild plays. Another counter hit on Callisto's wake up. Another counter hit on Callisto's wake up. Yeah, he's over it. So I was gonna say at the top of the set that, like, if I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet on the results of the set. I would bet on whether Callisto was salty when it was over. And I think I would have won out on that bet as we do the max store release and Shine closes out the set 3-0. Callisto does get another shot down in the loser's bracket.
say what you feel, 100%.
And it's going to be the Luke.
And I was gonna say, I was like, I really don't know, like, out of those characters, like you said, I don't know who you should play against him. Out of the Akira, out of the Rose, out of the Luke, like, I don't know what character you play. So hey, he's just like, all right, top of the tier list, best foot forward, 100%. So here we go, Space Boy going up against Furby.
Yeah, I understand making the pick, right? Like, Sim is incredibly strong, and in particular in the current iteration of Street Fighter V. Art is maybe the best Sim in the world, if not, it's him or Mr. Crimson, right? Like, that's kind of it.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you can pull out a character with the toolbox that Luke has, you might as well. Okay, we don't get the confirm off the counter hit towards Strong, though, but Space Boy has Art locked down in the corner. Now you need to be worried about the mysteries of Yoga, so we're keeping everything tight. You would love to pull out a V-reversal, but you're not going to. Instead, Space Boy getting cooked just a little bit. Look at that great life adding up. We might lose the life lead, but we backed off so far that Art loses a bit of great life himself.
Wow, going for the plus frames off that charged punch right there, and now little fireball pressure and literally just the harassment of the buttons. Standing medium gonna do the job right here, in Space Boy keeping it in control, and he might actually put Furby in a situation to where, you know, he's actually gonna start to do something he hasn't done in a long time, and it's panic. And here we go, all the pressure.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but if you get a counter hit suppressor, are there any juggle points?
Counter hit suppressor, like after that, I'm pretty sure you get EX double punch after that, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so maybe he just wasn't ready. Art using a little bit of space that was afforded to him. We are going to be able to close out the round, only needing to spend the 1 bar for EX Flame. 1 round apiece here in game 1. Still trying to figure out who gets to play against Shine in the winners finals. 1 round apiece. Space Boy with a bit of a meter advantage, but you can see slowly trying to walk Art down. But Art is getting a little bit more comfortable bringing in verticality, using some float and some dive kick to challenge the grounded approach from Space Boy a little bit more.
See Space Boy just trying to keep it real controlled right here, just kind of keeping him in the corner. He wants to harass him with the plus frames. Nothing going to be doing here. He's going to find his way out of the corner. Furby, and this is how they operate right here. And knowing how dangerous Luke is, they just decide to float.
Yes.
Oh, but misses the EX gale. This is the air gale.
Space Boy keeps going for that EX run to try to armor through things. It worked in round 1, but
yeah.
Art is already wise to it, and you can see instead that, you know, Space Boy is just committing the meter, having to finish it out, and then kind of getting punished for it. So, you know, the question now is, does Space Boy keep it locked on the Luke? And indeed he does. 1 round, he's feeling pretty good about it, apparently.
Yeah, he was shown that, like, hey, if I get in and maximize, then I can actually put a hurting on him, and without him having to teleport, I can harass him in the corner with the plus frames I have. But, you know, once Furby finds that distance and is able to maintain that stretch, they can definitely just harass Space Boy for the rest of the time. And right now, we're definitely going to see that. So desperation, like, and the risk that Space Boy has compared to Furby, because of, like, you know, what character Luke is, can be very, very dangerous compared to Furby. So
we find the throw. Space Boy in a decent spot, forcing these reversals out. Now Space Boy has a bit of a life lead. No, we don't find the anti-air. The teleport was ambiguous as hell. Lucky Chris does not connect. We've got to finish out the V-trigger there, but we're still
Oh,
only
no.
very slightly at the life lead. Art finds the whip punish, but we armor through the limb that time, and Spaceboy just barely manages to make that round go his way.
Yep, and I think Spaceboy has found, like, you know, the feather in their cap, right? We can abuse this move, and we can abuse the armor frames if we catch them mashing. So here we go, and this is exactly what Spaceboy wants right here. They're able to get these flash knuckle conversions, but misses the DP, and it's gonna pay for it. Big damage, and you do it again?
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. The more you represent it, the more it's gonna give Furby pause, but here's the problem is he's still on the back foot, although we have the life lead in the corner position now. Suppressor connects. We're gonna be able to close out the round, and it is one game apiece. Big ups to Ultimate Weapon for the raid. Thank you for coming through. Hope y'all are enjoying this Street Fighter V. You are catching the second of our winner side top 8 matches. One game apiece between Arturo Sanchez and Spaceboy.
Hey, I love that V trigger from Luke, man. I mean that V, the V skill. I love suppressor from Luke, bro. It actually just looks so cool, and it just provides another layer, especially when you have your opponent in the corner. I love that thing, and Spaceboy definitely using it to their advantage right there. So Furby, a little bit on their heels right now. Now the offense is coming out.
Yo, shout outs to B Brian for the $10. Shout outs to Rotary Lover with the $4.20.
I'm so here for it. Sounds good. Art has a great screen position now, and Spaceboy's gonna have to try to fight their way out. Oh, what a good timing on the V shift! Art has labbed the matchup. Oh no, we're not gonna get punished for it.
Oh, and it just the small just jump and then the snipe, and literally like Spaceboy was in a position right there to where they had to, like, they weren't checkmated per se, but they were just in a position to where like they couldn't make that work. Like literally they did that that punch, and like the last time it connected with V shift, right, it was late. Wow, and the DP off of that V shift right there. Here we go. These boys scrapping right now.
Armor through the slide this time. Spaceboy playing real scrappy right now. You can see when is he going to activate V-Trigger. They're going to finish up the front combo here. We're going to be able to go this up far enough to get the stun, build a little bit of extra meter for ourselves as we bring it into the next round. No, we're not going to have the damage here, right?
No,
oh, no.
barely a pixel.
Okay.
And yeah, throws it anyway. Just be like, hey, we just got to keep you in the corner. We don't want any room for shenanigans. And literally, like, he's like fully charged, like heavy flash knuckles is like kind of like putting him in a position to where he can't do anything, but making him use resources and making him think that he's like, you know, plus. But like it's really been the damage in the corner and like those Luke conversions that have really been doing Furby in so far.
No, absolutely. I mean, Luke can really put out damage when you find him. There's like, even in this matchup, like, as much craft as I gave Spaceboy for Luke, right? Once you're in that spot where Luke dominates, there's a reason that he's as highly regarded in Street Fighter V as he is. And it is because what he does, no one else in the game does as well as him. Oh, EX Gale, nothing really gonna come of it. We wanted for some plus frames, forcing out the view reversal from Art. Spaceboy, okay, empty EX run, interesting choice. But Art managed to hold back far enough to get away from the throw, earns the game for himself. 2-1 now. Art on the verge of making it to this winner's finals opposite Shine. Gonna have to see if Spaceboy is gonna be able to make the adjustments that he needs. I like that Spaceboy's playing a little bit more solid as they get used to Art's tendencies. But especially in a 3 out of 5, a Dhalsim player knows a thing or two about adjusting to the energy their opponent brings to the table.
Yeah, we saw that Spaceboy was kind of flailing in the middle over there when like Dhalsim was right above his head, but going to be able to get those big Luke conversions, as I said, and just harassment with the plus frames. It's been the theme for him this entire set so far. And Furby literally trying to keep him at bay right here. And yes, going to try to harass right here with the floats and trying not to get punished. But man, doing this with a life lead, and you got him burning. You have to keep him here.
Right, V shift back, but I feel like every time Spaceboy ends up in, range 0 at -3 because the choice that he's made hasn't worked out. He needs to commit resources in order to not be on the back foot in dealing with Art. And I think economically that's losing out because the neutral situation is still not bad for Art because Sim obviously is very well equipped in order to deal with it.
Man, he wanted to get out so bad. He didn't want to be in that situation where he was gonna have to be guess after those plus frames, and he didn't want to hold any more damage. And once again, we see him trying to get away from that heavy charge flash knuckle and literally paying for it every time. Spaceboy has been making a case. Get suppressed in the corner, my friend, and the throw. Do you suppress again? Yes, you do, and goes for it anyway. And it's gonna be a big punish opportunity right here for Furby. Good damage.
Wow, Spaceboy doesn't care. Just really letting 623s rock. We get some plus frames off of this activation into the low forward, and the shimmy connects. We are going to a game 5. All right, Spaceboy, if you win this set, I'll take it back. You have a Luke. Only if you win the set.
He heard you, He was like, you know what, Brad? I'm gonna show you something. And me. You saying it isn't enough. I'm gonna make you a believer. Don't worry about it. Art actually just backing up is like, bro, I'm tired of you throwing this move at me. Please stop.
Okay, frame traps working out here. Spaceboy pressing the advantage. I think one more touch could be enough. Suppressor. The V reversal out of Art, but that's so good here for Spaceboy as well because every one of these V reversals is delaying the flame carpet just a little bit more. I don't care about your fireball. You thought you got all this advantage out of it? Absolutely not. I'll commit the 1 bar. Spaceboy comes out of this whole exchange with a bit of a life lead. No, I'm sorry. Art gets the life advantage now, as well as the advantageous screen advantage being in mid-screen, but now Spaceboy has that activation. How far is he going to be able to press this? We don't find the punish.
Oh, and he wanted to hit a button so bad, but good on Art for literally just keeping up the pressure throughout. Spaceboy a little bit on their heels right now. They need to survive right here. That whiff punish on the limb was crazy. Gonna be able to get the stun very soon. 1 hit remaining.
The jump there was such an interesting choice from Spaceboy. So often Suppressor has been the de facto choice in these shimmy, throw tech for stun situations. So the idea of the jump there is like, oh, maybe he's gonna overcommit to like a delayed tag or going for a V reversal, and instead I'll catch him out for it, doing the wrong thing. But instead, able to close out anyway. This is the true final round to figure out who plays Shine in the winner's finals. Full charge, no check. Another counter hit starter here for Spaceboy, who has Art up against the corner.
Wow, and is able to EX through the V reversal, and just more pressure coming out from Spaceboy. Furby trying so hard to just escape and finding a way to get the V trigger going, so that way they can get some chip damage. This deficit is getting way too big to intermount, and is coming off of defensive resources to get all this. Gonna be able to get the air gale to snipe out the DP, and this is so close between these two. One conversion is what Spaceboy is looking for. Has an available V trigger.
It was gonna be
right here.
Activation. There was no way you were gonna get the chance to move in.
Oh.
Still just barely alive, but commits his entire V trigger and is on the back foot. Art only needs one more touch. Tries the DP through the fireball, but Art was ready for it. Blocks it out. The fireball keeps him safe and closes out the game. Art takes it. Right, water's wet. Dogs don't like cats, and Bunch is gonna hype up Shine, but. Art, never a slouch. I think, I wonder how this is going to go. It's wild for as often as these two have played. I cannot, off the top of my head, tell you how I recall it going.
Same, because I feel like they do go back and forth. They played each other so much, and it's one of these situations where we've seen both characters snowball in massive ways. So Shine is able to basically get, to punish anything with just the slightest reaction, and Furby is able to just keep a pressure character like Ibuki locked down, so it could really go either way.
So I'm just gonna jump in because I'm old and I remember these two playing in Street Fighter 4, and history's kind of repeating itself where Art usually winds up being the better player when the game first starts off in like seasons like 1 through 4, but then like Shine finds himself and then slowly becomes one of the best players in the world, and then it starts to like even out, and then Shine starts taking the lead, and it's just a race. It's an arms race at the end of the game. So you're literally watching what we watched in Street Fighter 4 all over again in Street Fighter 5.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. I can't wait for Street Fighter 6 then, because we're gonna get to see how that plays out. But we got about a little bit under 2 months before that happens. Instead, Art on the back foot right now in round 2, but he managed to take that round 1 pretty handedly. Damn, Shine is fishing with those anti-airs. Finally finds it on the 3rd try. Cross up connects, but we don't get the combo after. Shine's got plenty of resources here. When is Art gonna send out the carpet?
Probably soon. I mean, if right here, yes, I was going to say you're in a juncture to where you can literally keep her locked down in the corner and get massive chip as you're still doing. And going to be able to hold it right here. Great defense. You still got a lot of chip on Shine's side right here, but trying to trip guard right here with the exploding kunai. Not going to be able to get here, but will get the crush counter into the DP. Shine taking a round right here and keeping it competitive, 1-1 apiece.
Right, who's going to be able to draw first blood here in this winners finals? What is it going to be? Shine trying to take his turn back after the slide, but that slide was safe. Instead, just choosing to get the plus frames off it. Ooh, okay, has continuously been ready to check after these dive kicks there. That Art is not spacing as well as he always does. I think Shine is doing it. Maybe it's just that Shine is doing a good job of making sure they are in a spot where the dive kick is not going to land the way that Art wants for it to.
Good throwback right here and the crush counter to answer right here. So now we get to see Shine party a little bit, going to be able to get the corner carry and literally switching sides just to keep it ambiguous, even on the delay. But a couple of buttons going his way, and Shine is going to be able to take this first game. Probably what I suspect is the first of many, because I really do see both of these guys going back and forth. And we see in the previous round right here, it's just like that flame carpet and the defense from Art, literally just making sure that they don't get subjected to the windmill shuriken and trying so hard to keep that defended, but very difficult against Shine, who we know is a mixed master, and Furby is going to have another attempt here in the second game.
Yeah, and as you highlighted about the defense, that's been great. But what we've seen from Shine so much this evening is so much conditioning happens around standing medium kick until eventually it's like, all right, word, you're respecting it. I'm just going to walk you down and throw you like 7 times now. So especially in these 3 out of 5 sets, and the way that Art is already communicating that it's like, hey, I'm gonna be a patient defensive player, I'm willing to block it out. Some of these throws are gonna start to open up here, and damn, Shine so good, recognized after that first throw connected. It was like, yeah, I get it, you're gonna try to get out. Nah, counter hit city, buddy. First game was on the board, and now the first round of game 2 on the board for Shine.
When them kunais reload, you already know what time it is, and literally was willing to expend all of those to make sure that they get that round, and that is a Shine round. And here we go. Speaking of Shine rounds, literally starting it off quick, fast, and in a hurry. The air gale, kind of the stall right here to try to make sure that we keep the pressure mixed up and keep the plus frames going, and is able to get a lot of gray health going, and Furby taking it to their end now, and literally putting the pressure on their side, and not being able to catch the V-shift right there, but Shine able to get out of trouble temporarily, but a big life lead on Furby's end.
Big life lead, but this is a life deficit not dissimilar to the one we just saw the replay for in game 1. And Shine was able to open this up on the strength of 1, great strike throw pressure, and 2, having that V-trigger, which we see is on deck here for Shine. It looks like he's just waiting for the right opportunity to do it. You have to deal with the flame carpet now, though. You need to play really aggressive in order to make this one happen, because any touch is going to do it for Art, who does find the crouching fierce to close that one out, taking us to a round 3 here in game 2.
We go Furby. And this is the way Shine likes to just start the rounds. Just hyper aggressive. Understands what character Dhalsim is, and we got to keep them at bay as much as we can. But Furby with the reset and checking the dash. And it almost looked like that punch didn't even hit. And Shine just keeping it, trying to keep it in control here. Knows that they can get a big, if they can have, they can have an opportunity for a big whip punish from there. And the teleport to avoid the windmill shuriken. Holy.
Yeah. Art's movement has been so good. I wanted to call attention to something else earlier as Art is about to close out this round. Do we find the anti-air? No, we don't. We're smoked by the shuriken, but any more touch will do it. Yoga Sniper to close that one out. One game apiece here. And what I wanted to highlight is you can see that there's some spots. This might even actually be the sequence that I wanted to talk about because Art has Shine locked down in the corner here. And you can see Shine is trying to make some of these bigger plays in order to get out of the corner. And you can see that Art backs off of these different spots and is so good at threading his offense or his movement in a way around the types of moves that Shine is going to bring to the table.
Right. He saw the windmill shuriken come. He was like, all right, well, if I get hit, as long as I am at this distance, I'm not going to get hit by the EX command grab. And he knew, so was able to just defend that excellently. So Furby with a life deficit currently, and Shine trying to snipe him out of that float with the standing roundhouse, but not going to be able to get it here. Shine. Here we go. Good avoidance on the fireball. Furby literally just trying over and over again just to get something started, but unfortunately being subject to this corner pressure.
I think Art's anti-air game has left a little bit to be desired here, and I think it's because it's taking so much of his mental just to keep the degree of control in the ground game that he wants, that like when Shine is going to the air in these ways, just not even choosing to engage with it. It's like, whatever, I'll block. It's either a shuriken or a jump in. I'll just block correctly. Art is able to close out that round off of in some, at least some small part, the gray life off of that flame carpet, taking the lead in the set. Clipped by the air-to-air counter hit starter there for Shine, so we get a little bit of a juggle. And now we've got Art locked down in the corner. And once again, Shine's strike throw game around standing medium kick, so good. The problem is, once we reset back to neutral, Art is also incredible at trying to play on this back foot and still really pester you. Damn, that frame trap was nutty.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like you see that Shine is like trying to just find ways to keep the pressure up. Oh, I'm gonna say Shuriken definitely gonna hit on the way back. Gonna take all of that flame carpet and gonna be able to
Wow.
get the expenditure of the kunai into the command grab to take it into a round 3 to try to take the advantage over this. Shine wants so bad to just keep the pressure up in the corner and wants to attack Furby while he has no resources, but Furby somehow manages to just always keep one bar so that way he can just avoid all of that pressure that Ibuki's serving him in the corner.
Okay, there's an air-to-air finally working out, and he's able to bait the reversal out of Shine. Managed to get a little bit of frame trap here as well. Slide is kept safe by the fireball. Strike throw game now working out for Art. Forces the V-shift out. Wanted the air-to-air. We're not going to get it. Shine trying to fight his way out of the corner, but the second you're out of like crouching strong or standing medium kick range, you can see Shine just kind of is forced to play like, I'm either going to use low forward and try to make you sit down, or I'm going to go for air-to-airs. And I feel like Art is not worried about eating a low forward. It's not that big a deal.
Here we go. And like right there, we saw like I guess he kind of angled that windmill shuriken just a little bit too high. Wasn't able to get that hit. Maybe he was hoping that he would get him on the back end of it, but nothing doing right there. A rare miss actually for those windmill shuriken plays for that V trigger. But right now, trying to just stay alive so far in winners finals is Shine down by 1 game. Furby with the advantage, and we said it was going to go back and forth between these guys, and it's starting to define its presence a little bit.
You know what's something that I'm just noticing that is like a super specific matchup choice that Art is making? Art only goes for jump back jab as the air-to-air choice when Shine jumps at a range where it's either a cross-up or air kunai. We are able to finish this one out. We want to go for the tricky mix-up, but Art has the V-shift back, throws out the fireball, went for the air-to-air that time, but we were too committed in the air. We got smoked. Round on the board for Shine. To circle back to the point, what I was going to say is, Art is picking spots to go for the air-to-air, where it's like, it doesn't matter whether you're going to stay same side or not. I'm going to be able to engage with you. It's these farther out jumps where Art is like, either I'll block it out or I'll just slide underneath. But even now, I feel like Art is making many more active choices as Shine goes to the air. I think Art is getting more and more comfortable.
Yeah, like the only like problem with like Art being in the air is that like Ibuki will beat him down and then he'll be able to get like DP just because of the range of where he's like, floating at. But other than that, Like his air offense has been pretty solid, but here we go. And this is absolutely what Shine needs right now. Is going to be able to get the tick throw here. Yes, sir. Another one. No, you reach. I teach, brother. Going to be able to get the stun. And hey, as we definitely expected this to go into a game 5 to get into grands. And it's like I said, it's here. That moment is here. So here we go with the replay in the flame carpet. Once again, I was going to say, we've seen this, haven't we? All right, but yeah, the carry going from coast to coast, and here we go, Ibuki with the tick throws and the little whiff back, and then the medium punch to go into that last sequence, and now here we are, 2-2 between these competitors.
Yep, there we are. And you can see already starting off strong there is Shine, finding that jab check after the dive kick, as well as being able to start that standing medium kick, strike throw pressure. But damn, my slide better than your towards roundhouse. Slide connects at the very tip there for Shine as he's trying to aggressively move out of the carpet, managing to keep that life lead and keeping Art locked down in the corner. Yo, big ups to Trifolio with the raid. I hope everybody that is joining us from the second stream is ready to catch the end of this winners finals and to see out the rest of this bracket, as Art managed to get the advantageous corner position over Shine, but is smoked out by the throw, and Shine is on set point to move on to the winner's side of grands.
Furby definitely is going to want to slow this down. And already you saw that they were just willing to just stand still for a moment and trying to just get a bead on Shine. Shine has been really, really good about trying to get these cross-ups and answering with these really fast buttons and target combos. So here we go. And that's exactly what he wanted to make him do. Spend resources so that way, once I get you in the corner and a compromising position, I don't have to worry about you trying to get out.
Right, manages to block the cross-up, spins the V-shift back to try to reset back to neutral, not wanting to deal with the stuff. Shine is really committing to some of these target combos.
Here we go. So Furby just whittling him down with chip. Understands like, hey, if you want to block from range, that's fine by me as well. Okay. We can literally keep it that way, and almost pushing him into the fireball right there, throwing another Gale. Here we go. So gonna be hit with the back, and you have to make this count right here. Expends the EX, doesn't get the side switch, but gets the delayed button, is able to make him use resources in the corner. Shine relentlessly putting the pressure on right here.
Oh my god, if he was up to the here, but we get the counter hit starter!
Shine! Relentless, living rent-free by NYC Furby's corner. This place belongs to me now with Juri. So, like, I still feel like Space Boy's, like, neutral is, like, just really, really good.
And now, absolutely right. And I think having forward advancing normals in this matchup isn't bad, right? Because, you know, Juri has a good walk speed and really good buttons. So being able to put her, make her a little bit uncomfortable and threaten from a range that maybe she doesn't expect for you, probably not a bad idea. Versus like Akira has to be a little bit more honest with the ranges that she's going to challenge you with.
Right.
So I do understand this character choice out of Space Boy.
Yeah, and I said, like, you know, Akira, just because I felt like with Akira, he wasn't going to be as, you know, as crazy with the DPs with Luke. Oh, get suppressed. Oh my god. To end the round right there. But I felt like Space Boy wasn't going to get like too crazy with the DPs with Luke, because I feared that he was going to be whiffing a lot of them in some combos, and he wouldn't do that with Akira, knowing that, you know, his main tool of destruction is going to be literally V-trigger and standing roundhouse. But, you know, if you can get the job done with Luke, then, hey, more power to you. And like I said, that's definitely showing its face right now. Almost a stun in the corner. Going to get a suppressor and plus frames out of the V skill, but Deadeye Artist answering back. Wake up buttons.
I am so amazed that Space Boy still hit buttons there. I had every expectation that Callisto was going to wake up and make an aggressive defensive choice there on that wake up as well. But instead, Space Boy was like, nah, I'll properly meter you and then turn it into a frame trap. Because I know you're hitting buttons. Not only do I know you're hitting buttons, I know when you're hitting buttons. First game on the board to Space Boy. And I like the way he's playing the Luke so far in this set. You can see that there's a lot of patience being represented. It's like, yeah, I got a great towards strong, a great low forward. I have good hit confirms. I can make this happen. I can play a methodical game and sort of catch you out on the back foot, because I know, Callisto, you can get a little bit nutty.
Oh, yeah. But these plus frames have been absolutely just confusing a lot of opponents as for everyone that Space Boys play, right? And not even confusing it, it's just been like forcing them to just respect them at all times where they want to hit something else. And literally, like right there, just wake up buttons in the target combo, putting them in crazy. Oh, that hit confirm was so gross.
Yep. There's activation out of Callisto, though. We're not going to see any sort of big defensive choice out of Space Boy because we are locked into that V trigger right now. But maybe, depending on the hit, could be one touch. Absolutely doing great for themselves right now is Space Boy doing a fantastic job of controlling the space. These jab checks, you understanding that Callisto needs to try to move forward and earn the space. Hitting no buttons, the patience out of Space Boy, respecting the low shorts. You are going to have to throw me my guy. V-shift back. Playing for chip, and it's gonna work. Round on the board for Space Boy, committing all the cash, but getting the chip kill accordingly.
Yeah, that sequence was dope. And literally, like, he had, like, even my eyes grew wide after that. I was like, wait a minute, why is he going in with the, oh, wow. Here we go. And Space Boy's relentless offense right here. Deadeye Artist says, I got the wake up buttons too, bro. But here's my wake up DP to try to get you up off me right here. And once again, round and round. And Callisto trying to answer back right here. The V trigger activation to make it safe. The suppressor after the activation.
That was absolutely crazy. And you think you can advance into this space? No, this is my space. Oh, you're approaching me? Tell me how they finally let a character say ora 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 in this game, and you still approach them? Space Boy up 2-0.
Man, bro, that like these options out of V trigger activation from Space Boy. These options are wild. Space Boy playing like a madman in this best of 5, by the way, up 2-0 and gets the cross cut. DP Callisto trying to find the answers right here. Able to get a store right there. And yes, going for the low forward. Space Boy not going to be able to get anything off of it. Gets a trade. And they're just looking for one reason to start the party and able to get the tire combo into the grab into the corner. Callisto trying to find a leg to stand on, able to get the EX into activation, chooses to jump out, delay jab into target combo. What is this character, bro? Are you serious?
This character is the future of Street Fighter. Just barely not getting the confirm there. Damn, Callisto actually got robbed. You were in your V-trigger. That's what your character is designed to do. Nah, it whiffed. Space Boy finds the whiff punish and is looking to make a clean sweep out of this loser's semis. Damn, even DBGen in chat is like, what?
Confused, bro. Like dead serious. But Callisto says, bro, I've had enough of the slander, trying to get big stunt, but the sweep in to activate the classic, trying to go for the cross up here. And hey, just plus frames. You have to hold it. You are in V-trigger, though, my friend. So if you manage to get him in the corner, he's going to have no chance for a reversal except for DP. You could possibly bait this out. And it looks like you may not need it. Life lead in your favor, but this could get real sticky.
All right, V-trigger is gone, but Space Boy's got plenty of resources here. You need to be mindful of the fact that Callisto is going to play for trigger activation. Love that out of Space Boy, taking his turn back in a spot where it looked like Callisto was going to commit to trigger.
God.
Are we pulling the Ethernet cord? No, we're not. We're going to let this one play out. Congrats to Space Boy. Moving on to the losers finals. Swept this man with the Luke. Big ups to Callisto. Thank you for coming through. Deadeye Art.
Sent him here in the first place. That boy, NYC Furby going up against Space Boy. Space Boy for the run back. Gonna have an opportunity right here. He lost 3-2 in the last encounter, right? And it was just like the air elusiveness that Furby was displaying that kind of like kept Luke at bay, kind of contained Luke and made Luke kind of just put them in like multiple scramble situations at range. So maybe this might be an opportunity for him to learn, like, hey, maybe I should maximize my damage whenever I get in the corner. Maybe not be so liberal with all these dragon punches so that way I don't get punched with nothing major. But this is exactly where they want them. And allowing Furby to just take their turn back so they can just return to neutral and keep that corner positioning. Gonna be a KO. First round going to Space Boy.
you can see that Space Boy's making the adjustment, and we saw a bit of this style against Callisto as well, of being, you know, active, but making more measured and methodical choices in how they structure their offense, trying to keep their turns going, not taking as big risks, and being willing to be a little bit more reactionary, give their opponent just enough breathing room to be like, yeah, I get it. You're going to block it out. You're scared of Luke. I'm not going to let you just do that there. We use the EX run to try to bulldoze through. Life is about even plus frames. Force the V reversal out of Art. Spaceboy wants so desperately to get that V trigger activation, but Art
I
has done
saw
a
it
great
coming from a
job of
mile
keeping this
away.
slowed down.
Here we go. Going to be able to get activation off this, and got to be really, really careful not to overcommit here in the corner. Going to be able to nullify the fireball, making him use all his V trigger. The fireball control from the distance, though. Sandblast, sandblast.
Why
I
would you
would went
commit
for
there?
it. Yeah. I mean, he figured that he was going to get punished for doing, because he was definitely out of range for full screen run, right? He was definitely out of
True.
range, and by the end of the animation, he was going to get hit anyway. So he was like, you know what?
I
Might as well go for it right here, right?
Sure. Like, I get it. I just, like, I think you were in a spot where, you know, you had one bar, and EXDP would have killed, so you could have sort of waited it out and seen if Art was going to be willing to try to force the issue.
Oh, you know what? You actually have a very good point. And honestly, that's more of a definitely a high risk, high risk, high reward play. But when your life is that low, then I say go for it. But Space Boy, not really going to be concerned about that. Is going to be able to take this first game out of this set so far in the run back.
Yeah, and you can see here the methodical corner control that Space Boy is really demonstrating. I think keeping everything just a little bit more contained than we saw when they played in winners semis.
Yeah, like I really like the idea of like, hey, let's go ahead and let Furby take his turn back. I really like that idea just because it's like, bro, like every time I really don't want him coming off of resources like to knock me out of the corner anyway. So let's put him in a situation where, you know, take your turn back, I'll block, and then we can reset neutral in that manner.
Finishing that out, I'm a little bit surprised. That was such a big read, but I know why he did it. That was like a layer 3 read out of Space Boy. As we are we gonna have the damage to close this one out? Yes, we are. We
Bro,
close out the round. So
what?
anyway, layer 3 read, and I'll tell you why. There was so much gray life. Space Boy figured Art was going to make the choice to actively counterpoke because like a jab was doing a full combo's worth of damage there. So Space Boy's thinking was, I'll commit to the armor to punish Art for trying to punish me for having gray life. But Art instead was just waiting.
These adjustments right now by Space Boy are actually crazy. And look, every time he's airborne and teleports, you see that Space Boy is trying to buffer. No, he didn't.
Oh my god, it connected!
This
And the
man
stun is
got
gonna
a-
go down. Now Space Boy is gonna get the opportunity to V-Trigger activate in the next spot, but Wake Up Slide into the Flame Carpet just goes for the raw activation. The jump in is gonna connect, and Space Boy is gonna go up 2 games to none.
That was absolutely ridiculous. This man said, you know what? If you want to hang like a punching bag, then I got you, bro. Don't even worry about it. And actually knocked the shin off of Dhalsim's body and said, you know what? Here we go. And like put him in a situation to where he could take that round. So here we go, Space Boy 2-0. You whiff punished him from where? Hello, for a crush counter as well? But Art not taking that line down, definitely upset, and once again just being subject to these flash knuckles, heavy charge flash knuckles, and the Luke madness has begun. Do you have a little bit of the Luke madness? Well, you should. Going to be able to take that round, and Space Boy, after getting 3-2'd in winter semis, is 1 round away from a 3-0 and a handshake and an exit for Furby.
Oh, tried to armor through, but Art had already committed to the EX Fireball, so had the extra screen control there, but Art has a tall hill to climb. Okay, overcommits to the Gale. It's not going to connect for him. Just like that, he's back at the corner. Wake up buttons to check the forward dash movement, and Space Boy commits to the raw reversal uppercut there. But even being on the back foot here, this still doesn't feel awful for Space Boy, especially when you have so much damage available to you as Luke goes to commit with for the extra plus frames. Art takes his turn back. if he had let that rip just a second earlier and gotten the counter poke with CA, actually, Spaceboy can still make even this round happen. Okay,
yeah, I
but
was
commits to the
okay.
V trigger and gets smoked for it. But you know what? I'm all right with that, if only because it lets you save your bar for the next round.
Yeah, because I'm staring at him. I'm just like, bro, he's gonna wait until he's floating in front of him again, and just gonna punish the holy hell out of it with CA. Not gonna be nothing doing here though. Furby in great control with lots of
That was
stun
supposed
and
to
a
be a
big
DP.
lead.
You know that was supposed to be a DP, but instead he got MP Sandblaster. He wanted the uppercut there. He did not get it. Suppressor into plus frames right into the V-trigger. Wants the back throw, and indeed he gets it. Art locked down in the corner. How much are we going to be able to do this? We definitely want to be able to equalize this damage.
There's
That's
no
the
way.
regular throw. Next one would be stun.
Ooh,
Back
no,
throw, that's going to be the stun, and that should be enough. Spaceboy should be able to close this out, and indeed he will. A 3-0 in the double jeopardy for the run back and earns the grand finals. Street Fighter 5, and I'm happy that we're about to see this fantastic set. Thanks everybody who has been watching so far this evening. All 137 of you, if you have not already.
I do not like that we have 8 codes.
Well, that's what I was about to say. There's more than enough of you to go and slam out the last of those codes while we prepare for this. 8 codes left. Only 8 of you need to go and take care of those. We are going to rock the Akira for the grand finals set.
What? You know, I feel like that this matchup really kind of plays to to the range that Spaceboy wants, because we know that Shine's power is actually just, close range, of course, with the tick throws, with the mix-ups, and Spaceboy definitely regretting it right now, because this man is getting blown to smithereens in the corner by Ibuki, and going for the trade right there. He says, all right, I'll take that trade for not only the damage, but also the reset. And here we go. 1 round already down. Shine putting in work quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, a real strong start there for Shine. Exactly what you would want to see coming in from the winner side. But hey, a nice pickup there from Spaceboy, trying to represent this ground game a little bit more. But we've seen the patience out of Shine very well so far through the course of the evening. Really willing to block it out, really willing to represent that crouching medium kick, and only kind of taking big risks once they earn the respect of being in standing medium kick range to open up that strike throw. So we're gonna have
shout
to see
outs to Brian F for the $5 in the match Reno. That's my friend.
Let's go, Brian F. Thank you for the monies. In any case,
if everyone in the chat hit 1/16th of a button, we would finish out the Maturino codes.
right.
That is how math works, yo. And Shine closes out that first game, catching out Spaceboy on that tick throw. I hate how often I see Shine get away with max kunai release as a tick throw situation, because it's something it feels like such a bad choice, right? And let me show my work on this, because if you're wrong, you get punished and you're out all your kunai. So it bugs me how many people let Shine do it and maximize his damage for you getting smoked on a tick throw situation. And here we are, up 1 game is Shine. Damn, was that a punish?
Yeah, Shine is literally punishing on block, because the button is so long. He literally has enough time to just DP it. And literally, every time, he has just been outright DPing it. And I guess Spaceboy got to winners, got to grands, and just decided he's you know what? I'm not gonna block. I'm not gonna block anything. I don't need to block anything. I've done my job. I beat 3 people to get here, so now I'm in grands. I'm just refusing to hit the block button.
I didn't pay $60 and 6 season passes so that I would not hit buttons when I play the video game.
Right. Let me play how I want. And Shine says, you know what? Go for it, dog. You want to press? Wow, getting hit by tip of the shoe with the kunai. Not going to trip guard him, but tried the V reverse, and literally the glass breaking looked like it was Shine's V reverse, to be honest. Here we go. Although life getting real close. You know what Spaceboy likes to do in these situations.
There we are. Bulldoze through. We find the regular throw. One more touch would be able to close out this round here for Spaceboy, using that standing short check that he's so good at. Has the respect after the whiffed standing medium kick. The standing short once again. The big kunai comes out here for Shine, but he was a little bit too far away for the standing medium kick, and Spaceboy's counter poke works out for him. 1 round apiece here in game 2.
All right, we see Space Boy kind of mixing up the neutral tools a little bit. We saw them getting blown up a lot for throwing that standing roundhouse. So Shine kind of keep it in control right here. Oh, yeah. We're going to get a nice air combo with a different route to get the knockdown, the throw into the corner. This is where Space Boy likes to cook a little bit. After mixing up their neutral options, they're starting to get a little bit better results. And as I say that, the mix-up to get back into the corner and going for the throw. You're bugging, brother. Come on.
Space Boy is feeling some kind of way. And what's wild is he was playing so solid in the set against Art, right? How are you going to... The story that Space Boy has told through the course of this evening, played the Akira off rip. I loved the Akira. Brought out the Luke. I was a hater. Made me like the Luke. Played Luke mad solid. I come around and now plays the Akira to go just a little bit too wild. There we see the replay. That was a round where Space Boy was able to, do some nice stuff and, get a nice counter poke, but I think we've had some difficulty in general here, and Shine is just doing such a good job of keeping composed and closing this down. And these checks using the DP as a punish in these spots, I get the impression that Space Boy maybe isn't used to a character being able to deal with that on block in the way that Shine is representing.
And we see that Shine is literally kind of like the way the Shine is playing. I feel like even the Luke right here really wouldn't make that much of a difference. I say that right now, Space Boy's starting to get a little bit. He's starting to understand. It's like, yo, like I need to just stop pressing so much. And unfortunately, Matt half release kunai into the KO. And now 1 round out, Shine is about to win CasaBunch. Space Boy just trying to find the answers for literally anything. Space Boy, unfortunately, has been just caught just pressing buttons where they shouldn't. And Shine is a mixed master. So anything that they get a little bit on, they're going to take a lot of.
Oh my God, a standing short check that Space Boy wasn't ready with his buffer after. That's very telling to me because, like, when I think of Space Boy, this is such an esoteric thing. When I think of Space Boy, I think of standing short. So if I see a counter hit standing short and nothing comes of it, I'm like, oh, okay, like, this is not the way. Space Boy is able to get a big pickup here with the V-Trigger, though. Big damage, about 50% stun. Oh, right into the relaunch with the V-Trigger in the back. Yeah, we wanted to squeeze out a little bit more stun. We only have V-Trigger for a little bit more. Please use the opportunity to steal your turn back, but Shine knew that you wanted to do that. Made you waste the resource with his wake-up reversal. Are we going to have the resources here? Oh my God.
Wow.
Crouch jab out of Space Boy makes their way out of the mix. Thought there was going to be a choice coming out of Shine. The crouch jab checks work out, and Space Boy gets a round on the board and staves off the end of the tournament for at least 1 more round.
Yep, not even out of desperation either. Kind of knows that like he was going to get trip guard in those situations and just chose to press anyway. So here we go, Space Boy. 1 round out, trying to just stay alive. Still has a mountain to climb, but Shine just wants to seal this out. Definitely. Oh, yeah, definitely going to get a big punish off this missed EX into the corner, off of the EX kunai bomb, and into the corner. Go Shine off of the throw, right? I was going to say, this is the range that he definitely likes to play at. Here we go. So big air combo and going to get another pickup to finish. Done. Very, very close. Couple of hits away here, but gets the command grab.
Was that?
Huh?
Word? Cross up roundhouse into V-Trigger, gets smoked out for it. We get this big pickup off the Shuriken right into the CA. I think with minimum scaling, this is probably going to do it, right? And yes,
Definitely.
It will. Shine is able to close it out, a 3-0 sweep to round out Street Fighter V for CasaBunch. Any of these counter pokes that Itachi's Legacy is throwing out. Wow, the patience to wait for the kite, but still comes down with a button, does Itachi's Legacy. Are we going to stay same side? Yes, we are. We're going to go for the throw on the reset. A second throw? That was going to be 3.
Yes. You always go for 3.